The fastest way to end a relationship is for one person to go to therapy. And it's the same with personal growth. What's up, guys? I'm Moreno, and in today's video, we'll talk about what you can do if you're on the personal growth path, but your partner, your wife, the person you're with doesn't want to grow with you and is causing you issues in your relationship. I've actually had that case with a client of mine not long ago, so I'll take you through this case study step by step and show you what we've really done and what you also can do in your situation so you can grow together with your partner and take them on that path with you and create a much stronger and better relationship in the long run. The thing is, I know what it feels like if you have a wife, if you have a partner and you look at them and you think, man, if they just did this and this, if they just read that book, if they just, looked at this belief they have within themselves, if they could just change that about them, everything would be great, everything would be smooth sailing, they'd be so much happier as well. So not just for yourself, but also for the relationship and for them, it would be so beneficial for them. But unfortunately, you can't change people. People can only change themselves. All you can do is you can inspire them, you can educate them, and you can support them on the path. But they have to be willing to make the change themselves. The problem is that if only one person in a relationship grows, the gap between the people will get larger and larger and larger. And that will cause you to drift even further apart. And your partner might recognize this shift in you, so they might get upset with it. They might even subconsciously try to sabotage you on your path and keep you from growing because they don't want that divide, that division to become even larger. And there's a kind of sad joke among therapists, and it is the fastest way to end a relationship is for one person to go to therapy. And it's the same with personal growth. So you really don't want to end up in the situation where your partner sees you growing, and to make the divide smaller, they sabotage you or they get angry with you. Or on the other side, they might just feel left behind. They might feel like you're doing all this crazy cool stuff and grow, but they don't know how to do it and they just feel left behind. So with that out of the way, let me show you step by step what I did with my client who was exactly in that situation where he was growing massively. He put in all the effort, all the work, and his wife didn't really come along with it because she just wasn't as crazy about personal growth as he was. And also she felt left behind. She didn't know what to do. She didn't know how to follow along. And that caused a big conflict in their relationship. So the first step is to show curiosity. Because I know you've been in a situation where you're thinking, why don't you just do this simple thing? It will make everything better. It will make our relationship better. It will make you happier. It will solve your problems. And what I encourage you to do here is really to not ask yourself that in your head, why don't you just do that? But to ask her, ask your partner, ask your wife, and show curiosity about her situation. Because it's true that everybody is fighting a battle you know nothing about. And even if you've been with your partner for a long time, there might still be some things that she didn't share with you yet. And it's not just about finding out why she doesn't do something. Try to find out, okay, where is she? What is blocking her? What is something that she wants to achieve? What is something that is important to her, that's a priority for her, that she would like to be working on? Because chances are that you have these priorities for yourself, which might be your business or your routines, the gym, the emotional or mental regulation, whatever it is, but she might have different priorities because other things are more important for her right now. And just because you have different areas you want to grow in doesn't mean you can't grow together. So to give you that example, my client was really into growing his business, into getting his routines dialed in, hitting the gym, all these things. Whereas his wife, what she was mainly concerned about was how to be a better mom, how to show up with love. And she felt tremendous pressure from her side of the family that really got into her, that really made things hard for her. And once he understood that, it changed everything completely, because now he understood where her blockages were and he could support her with that instead of continuously asking, hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And it completely changed the dynamic, and she felt seen, she felt supported, and that helped her actually take the necessary steps, look inside herself, and start on her growth path as well. Second step is to help her figure out her path and address her fears. Because now you're in a situation where you see, okay, my partner knows what she wants. She knows what's holding her back. She knows all this everything. She has all the information, but she still doesn't act. And this is a typically masculine thought because we are very much problem solvers. We are very solution oriented. So we get the information. We realize, okay, this is what's holding me back. This is where I want to get to. This is what I have to do. And then we just start walking and taking the steps. However, for the feminine, it's often not that straightforward. She might be super insecure about all the things that are coming up. She might not be able to connect the dots to see clearly what steps she wants to take. So what you can do as the masculine is help her figure out that path, help her connect the dots, help her to see the next steps she can take and how she can move forward in the direction she wants to go into. And that is exactly what my client did. Once they knew what she wanted to get out of this whole personal growth path, he could supply her with the proper material, send her a YouTube video, or he even got her to jump on a call with me, and that brought massive clarity to her as well. So that is really where your masculine can shine. Once you've made sure you understood your partner and you know where they want to go to, you can help them figure out a path. You can give them the, say, building blocks which they can use to build the ladder that is going to elevate them. Step number 3 is to give her support and safety on her path. See, what 99% of men don't understand about the feminine is that the feminine needs safety and security above all else. It's just an evolutionary thing. That's why the masculine is the protector and the feminine is the protected. The feminine is much more susceptible to dangers and fears because she is more vulnerable. And you know how scary the personal growth path can be, because the deeper you go, the more you realize about yourself, the more you realize what you have to let go of. And these things that you want to let go of or have to let go of, they can be very scary to drop. You know, it might mean you have to cut off people. It might mean you have to change your jobs. It might mean you have to change something about your life altogether. So it can be very scary and it makes you doubt yourself a lot of times. And during these times, it's especially important that you give your partner, give the feminine the support and safety she needs. So what I encourage my client to do is to really be there for his wife and show her that, hey, I'm gonna be here with you. I've got your back. I'll keep guiding you. I'll keep being there for you. I'll hold the space. So even if you cut contact with your family, even if things don't go downhill, even if you have to change jobs, everything, I'll be there with you. And that creates a safe space, a safe environment where someone can truly flourish and truly develop themselves and truly grow. Last but not least, and this is not so much a step as it is an underlying theme, is that the best thing you can do for someone else's growth is to inspire them through your own. Because you might get to a point where you realize, okay, I've tried everything I could to like foster her growth and everything, but she's still not, on the level that I want her to be on. And the harsh reality is, as I said in the beginning, you can't change people. They can only change themselves. But what you can do is to keep working on yourself, because the person you become is the best advertisement for the work you do on yourself. People have their own timelines. So you might really want your wife to follow along the path with you and to grow along with you right now, but maybe it's just not the right time for her. So all you can do is to keep working on yourself, to keep doing the things that inspire you, that make you better. And every time you do, it will create inspiration for her, because she will see, oh, okay, he's doing these things and he's getting happier and happier and his business is growing and he's actually standing up to people and communicating boundaries. And I would like to have all these things as well. So maybe I should look into that again. And this was exactly the case with my client. It really took them a while until his wife jumped on the bandwagon, so to speak, and started growing with him and started getting curious about everything. And he got really frustrated in the beginning. He said, man, I just wanted to grow her with me. Like, why does she not do it? And I told him, look, man, you can't force it, but keep doing things for yourself. Keep working on yourself. You're doing such great work. Like the change you're having right now, it's remarkable. And I guarantee you it will inspire her at one point sooner or later. And that is exactly what happened. Like 2 or 3 weeks after that conversation, he hopped on a call with me and said, man, it's cool. Like, she's actually asking about things. She's like asking for my support in how to do this, and she's really appreciating the material I sent her and everything. So have patience, keep working on yourself, keep inspiring the people around you. That is the best thing you can do. And the last thing, and this kind of goes hand in hand with what I just said, is you have to become detached from her actions. You cannot make your emotional and mental state dependent on her. Because when you do that, when you say, man, I just want her to grow and everything would be so much better, then ask yourself, where is that really coming from? What does that say about you, that you need someone else to do a certain thing for you to do better? And if you are attached to that outcome, attached to her actions, that will subconsciously create pressure for her. And the feminine is incredibly skilled at sniffing out these subconscious clues. And once she feels there's pressure, it's like gridlock. There's too much, nothing moves. And you can really relax the situation and give her the space to flourish, give her the space to grow by becoming detached from whether she follows along or not. I know it's difficult, but that is what's going to help in the long run. Now, if you say, hey, that all sounds great and logical, but my situation, my relationship, it's a little bit different. It's a little more complex, and I don't really know what to do with it. And it's also impacting me as a man. It's impacting my business. It's impacting my day-to-day life. And I could really need some guidance on that. You can apply for my premium one-on-one mentoring, where we can first jump on a quick free call where I can take a look at your specific situation and really give you some guidance on what's happening and how you can best move forward. And if we're a fit for working together, I would absolutely love to accompany you on the journey. I've guided a bunch of men through similar situations in the past, so you're really in good hands. The link to apply and book the free call is in the description. So if you're serious about taking action and moving forward, let's do it now. Let's do it together. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you got value from this video, please hit that like, subscribe, comment. It really helps the channel grow, and I'd be super grateful for it. In any case, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.